to the Clown Chakra. Today's pick a card has no theme really. We're just going to be doing what you need to hear and what can help you kind of situation. So these are the three that I have placed before me. We have pile 1 with pyrite, pile 2 with rose quartz, pile 3 with selenite. Do with what you will with the information you're given. Remember, you're a human with free will. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And my fire alarm doesn't take batteries. It is wired into a faulty building with bad wiring, and there's nothing I can do. So going forward, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Take a minute to reflect on it, and then I'll get started on pile 1. So this is for the people who chose pyrite, the first pile, first pyramid. 3 of Pentacles. Page of Wands, Princess of Wands in my deck. I'm getting like a mother figure. I'm getting like a great healthy group of friends. I see you in the middle of Page of Wands. I see you turning away from maybe being like your mom. I feel like you're finally overcoming a toxic relationship with, if it's not your mother, like a stronger figure in your life. It could be even like a boss or someone who's just kind of, you felt like they had a control over you. I feel like you're finally learning how to turn away from that, and you're finding your community, you're finding your people. With the 3 of Pentacles, she's like looking at these people, she's looking to these people and turned away from this toxic person. So I'm picking up, like, of course, in mom vibes, but this could be anyone. This could be like in your life who, it doesn't have to be a woman either, but I'm just picking up that you're finally turning away from this toxic person and you're finding your community. I'm gonna pull a couple more cards. And this is the Moon deck. Expect powerful change. Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, so yeah, you're definitely on the right track. You are moving in the right direction. You're expecting powerful change. You are just kind of needing a practical plan to your next step. Maybe you're still caught up in like a little tiffs with them. Maybe they can still get to you. Maybe they'll send you a text and you're like, oh, do you see what they said? Like, how can they? And people around you are like, what? But you know that person so well. You know that how they meant it. You know they meant it as like a dig. So you're gonna need a little more pointers going forward. Solar plexus chakra. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. So yeah, you are snatching your power back. This person might have made you feel worthless. You are finally aware of how powerful you are, and like they don't have control over you anymore. Maybe you were scared they were gonna tell people like how bad you were or something, or like how awful you were, but you're like, no, like this group of friends I have, these people, they know me, they know I'm awesome. I don't need to be around you anymore. I don't need this. Divine masculine. So yeah, this could have even been maybe a toxic parent, but it was someone in a position of power who had power over you and abused it. So that's what I'm seeing for that. But you're on the right track. My only advice to you would be try not to give in to those texts. Try to keep things emotionless. Talk to them like you're the leader of a CEO, or you're the leader of a business. You're a CEO, and like you've gotten a really like weird email and this person's just full of emotion, and you're like, listen, I have business to attend to. I can't. And just focus on the things like, I can no longer contact you if you can't talk to me like a reasonable person right now, because this is foolishness. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. You are, I'm leaning more towards parents. Most of you who come here and pick pyrite, it's obviously, or just like maybe your parents before you allowed people to bully them too, or allowed that type of behavior, or allowed abusive behavior towards you, and it got almost handed down because you're breaking the chain. So that's what I see for my pile 1. Moving on to pile 2, rose quartz. So this is for pile 2, the people who chose rose quartz. We got Page of Wands again. I'm just getting spring vibes. Something's happening for you in the spring. 9 of Swords. Have you been like going through some seasonal depression? I mean, we all have, but like pile 2s especially. I find you overcoming that in the spring. Oh, the Lovers. But that could always mean a choice, but I'm just gonna look at it for a second. I'm just getting like I can feel spring in my heart. I can just feel it with this reading, and spring's gonna be a good time for you. I don't know what you've been going through. I don't know if you've been going through like a rough one with your partner, or maybe you've been single for a while. Libra season. When's Libra season? That's September. I don't know why that popped into my head. But by Libra season, definitely. If you haven't met anyone, or if you haven't been engaged to, or if you're looking for like further commitment, I see for some of you, not all of you, by Libra season, either you'll have a partner, going from not having a partner to having a partner, or if you already have a partner, to going to getting engaged by Libra season, which is like September. It's far away. That's ballsy of me to say, but you are definitely shedding off like the anxiety. You're overcoming a lot of anxiety. If you're in, I feel like right now too, especially with like some of the weather we've been having, you might even been like perking up and realizing that it's just seasonal and you're gonna be okay. You and your loved ones are safe. Yeah, so you know you're okay. New moon in Cancer. Or like if you were already with a partner and like winter was a hard time for you, and you and your partner have been going through a rough one, especially during the winter, during COVID, you're safe, and it's time to release negativity. Yeah. So for pile 2s, you guys are going to be releasing a lot of pain, seasonal depression. I just see spring, if you've suffered with like something your whole life too, not just seasonal depression, I see spring this time of year like a really good time for you. I just get this like, because it's the Page of Wands too, it's just like, you know how like I just get this image of a sun coming down to like where it rained overnight, and the sun's just like drying off all the plants, and all the plants are like coming up to the sun, like it's just burning off the wet, sad, ugh. So that's what I see for you. pull some more cards. You might have had some problems with your root chakra too, because you and your loved ones are safe. Authority. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Okay, too, so with whatever you've been struggling with too, it seems like you might have had a hard time asking for what you need. What did I just say? Root chakra. You might have come up in a living environment where your parents moved a lot, or you felt like at any given moment your like entire life could just be ripped out from underneath you and nothing was ever going to be okay. Going forward, know that it is safe for you to tell people what you need and what you want, and it is okay to build foundations with people. You're gonna know the right people that you need to build with. My favorite piece of advice is set a boundary with a person. Say no to them and watch how they react. If they're like, oh, well, whatever, then like that person, no, absolutely not. But if they're like, thank you for telling me, I'm gonna respect that boundary and like do the healthy things around that need to be done. So yeah, you know that you are safe. You and your loved ones are safe with the root chakra issue that you're having, that you've probably had your whole life, which is probably why you were finally shedding that. This is a good time for you. By spring, you're really going to be stepping onto your healing path, and by Libra season, I feel like you're clearing out all the blockages, anything that's been blocking you from having healthy relationships. Birthing a new age. Yes, 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 yes. Spring. Spring is birth. Spring is like fertility. This is a good, awesome time for you. Pile 2's. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Pile 2. This is fucking amazing. Like, you should be proud of yourself, because I feel like you've done a lot of hard work too. You've done a lot of work, and you're finally being, I feel like, a tenderness with yourself. And if there isn't, you better be tender with yourself, because you deserve it. It's not your fault what happened to you. You didn't deserve what happened to you. Please work on healing that root chakra. So that's what I see for my Pile 2's. For Pile 3, we have the selenite. Another page, this time of Pentacles. In my deck, they're called princesses, but page is better. Ace of Swords, reverse. You are confused about something in your life. There's a concept or a person, just you don't understand how they can or how this can be. Oh, something crappy happened that was not fair. Something crappy happened, and I don't know if it was directly to you, but it's around you. And you're like, how can this shit happen? You are so confused, and it's not fair. It's probably directly to you too. I can't just say no, but because like this is a general reading, so lots of people, but you are like, who gets away with this? Like, how? You're confused. I don't know if it was done to you or around you. Like, and I mean that in a sense of like, I don't know if it was like a relationship that someone did something to you, or if like it was a job, or like just a situation that happened in your life. Maybe like renting, maybe like the person you're renting from is like super wordy with you and like using all kinds of technical terms. You have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, but you know it's shifty, and there's so much clouded judgment. You can't see through all this confusion. I just see the princess or the page just looking at it, like looking through all this fog. The energy is gaining momentum. Okay, so a time for healing. So right now, you're like, how can this just go without, how can this go without being handled? Right now is a time for you to heal, let go. I used to hate the saying, like, let go, hand it over to the angels, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I am in control. I want to fix this. I have to be in control of this. This is this hoodoo wishy-washy crap. Like, no, I have to go fix this. What do you mean hand it over to a higher power, to the angels? Like, that doesn't leave me accountable. This is like a clear message. Like, let it, hand it over. This is time for you to heal from this issue, whatever the hell happened. It's time for you to heal from it. It's time for you to go forward. It's gaining momentum. To me, this really says that this is like, the higher powers have got this handled. I know it looks messy right now, but they're dealing with it. You know what I mean? It's, you feel like you aren't in on it or you can't see in it, but just trust that there's things at work here. Soul time. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge. One that embraces the concept that while the corporal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Yes, the idea that we need, that yes, angels have got your back and angels can help you. You really need to step more into a spiritual belief and hand it over to them. And how, like, in doing so and letting go of trying to control the situation and letting go of trying to have it go your way, when you hand it over to them and you say, I release this situation and I trust that you will do what's best for me and that everything will turn out the way it's supposed to, is powerful. Conception. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. So like in that womb time, in that energy of you figuring out manifesting, this is a calm time. This is a time where you can manifest. If you let go to trying to control everything around you, if you focus on yourself and what you want to manifest, what you want to bring to you, and let go of, it's kind of counterintuitive to say, like, stop trying to control outside and work on controlling what you can on the inside. Work on controlling how you react to things. Work on controlling your energy, how you respond to things. You cannot control the outside world, but in this time that you are given, I feel like you're being given a reflective period. Like, you're going to be protected in this time, in this fog. Like, it's almost like a protective fog. You're going to be safe in this time to figure out what you want, where to go forward. Forget this shit around you that's distracting you from manifesting what you want, because in this time you are powerful and you can manifest what you want. And if you're focused on trying to grasp and control minor things, it's emotion that's already going that way, and you're just making it, you're slowing it down. It's still gonna happen, but it's going to happen. Whatever's going that way is going that way, and it's going away from you. And there's other things for you, and you need to figure out what the things for you are. Whether that's relationships, situations, bosses, whatever. There's something else for you, and you have to respect the divine time. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? I just hate that word. I think it's a British deck. So you need to trust what your intuition is telling you. You are ignoring your inner self. You are ignoring your feelings, and you feel like this is obviously a situation where people like myself have had anxiety about a situation. So we get up and we go and we try to do something about it. But there's something else inside of you that's saying, hey, what if we just did this instead? And it's hard to listen to our intuition sometimes when we have a very real problem like anxiety. It's hard. There's not a lot of help out there for people with mental illness, it's not free. It's not free to go to a therapist. So it's a hard time not only managing anxiety, but when like shit is popping off around you, it's even harder to come here and have some girl on the internet tell you like, just go within. Just go within. What are you ignoring within yourself? I feel like I really need to say that to pile 3, especially because you are so lost from yourself right now. You are so lost from yourself in this situation that you're in the thick of. So that is my advice for pile 3, and that is what I see for everyone. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I want to thank my guides and your guides for coming through today. And stay safe and wear a mask. Thanks.